Have you ever finished watching a movie and felt like you were not the same person who started it? Maybe you learned something new. Maybe you saw the world from a different perspective. Maybe a fictional character made you question something real about yourself. We often think cinema is just entertainment, a few hours of images, a story created to make us laugh, cry, or escape reality. But what if movies are actually something much deeper? What if cinema is one of humanity's largest libraries? A library not made of books, but of emotions, experiences, ideas, history, and human knowledge. Throughout history, cinema has preserved something unique: the way humans think, the way societies struggle, the way people love, fight, dream, and survive. Behind fantasy worlds and science fiction universes, many films carry hidden lessons about our reality. They introduce us to historical events we never experienced. They show us cultures we never knew. They make us understand people whose lives are completely different from ours. Sociologists and media researchers often highlight that one of cinema's greatest powers is its ability to create a feeling of realism. Because as viewers, we do not only watch stories, we connect them to our own experiences. We recognize something human inside them. Some films do not only tell stories, they challenge the way we see the world. For example, V for Vendetta presents a fictional character fighting against an oppressive system. The story is imaginary, but the ideas behind it are connected to real questions about freedom, power, surveillance, and individual resistance. The famous mask from the film became more than a movie symbol. It became associated with movements and discussions about anonymity, protest, and social change. A fictional story created a real cultural conversation. This is one of cinema's greatest abilities, turning imagination into a space where society can question itself. Sometimes movies teach us through emotions. They allow us to experience lives we may never encounter. A great example is the curious case of Benjamin Button. Through the unusual story of a man who ages in reverse, the film introduces audiences to themes of time, identity, aging, and the meaning of life. It also brings attention to rare medical conditions and unusual human experiences that many people may have never heard about. Cinema transforms information into emotion. Instead of simply learning a fact, we feel it. And emotions often create deeper understanding than information alone. Cinema also teaches us about responsibility. The film Oppenheimer does not only tell the story of a scientist. It explores the moral consequences of scientific discovery. It asks a difficult question. Just because humans can create something, does it mean they should? Through cinema, we experience the conflict between progress and responsibility, between knowledge and its consequences. Movies allow us to examine decisions from the past and think about the choices we make today. Perhaps the greatest lesson cinema gives us is not about the world outside, but about ourselves. A powerful movie can make us discover emotions we did not know existed. It can make us question our beliefs. It can make us understand fears, dreams, and struggles that belong to someone else. For a few hours, we borrow another person's eyes. We experience another person's reality. And when the story ends, something remains inside us. A new idea, a new perspective, a new way of seeing. The greatest films are remembered because they become more than entertainment. They become part of collective memory. Stories like Titanic, a film that transformed a historical tragedy into a universal human story about love and loss. Interstellar, a film that turned complex ideas about space, time, and humanity into an emotional experience. The Dark Knight, a film that explored morality, chaos, and the psychology of human choices. These films survive because they become connected to our memories. They become moments we share with others. Cinema is not only a window looking at imaginary worlds. It is also a mirror reflecting ourselves. It teaches us history. It challenges ideas. It creates empathy. It allows us to experience thousands of lives without leaving our seat. The greatest films are not remembered because they showed us something beautiful. They are remembered because they made us think. They changed the way we see. They became part of who we are. So now the question is, what is your favorite movie? And more importantly, what did it teach you? Maybe the greatest power of cinema is not that it allows us to escape reality, but that it helps us understand it better.